Good morning, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah.
This is
Engineer.
Engineer.
I greet you. Yes, I greet everybody. Engineer Folabi, I'm calling from Sango. I think the issue you are discussing is common to every home. I think the matter remains that all married couples must know when and what to do at certain times. For example, as a man, no man would like to have his time to be taken by others, whether by making calls. Like me, I am comfortable only when my wife concentrates on me in discussion, in communications, than when my wife now starts to be communicating with somebody else whom I don't even know. Maybe even though I know that person, but at the same time, she must acknowledge that, yes, I am more special than whoever. The fact remains that the specialty aspect of having both the wife and the husband must take themselves as a special person from others. That is the truth. When you abide by those lines, you will know there will be peace in that home.
Thank you very much, Engineer Folabi. Thank you very much, Afama. You see, there's a bigger issue I think we're missing here, which I would like us to...
Before you go to that bigger issue, I need to ask you a question. All of the women on this table, if it is your husband that is receiving midnight calls...
Let's still accept the truth now.
You know, what? How will you react? You just say, oh, it's not normal. It's because it's your brother in America calling you and you are going to the other room, or your sister in America. All of us here, will you accept it? Yes or no? That's all. Only yes or no question. Answer. I don't need explanation. Yes or no? If your husband is the person that is receiving midnight call, from who he says it's his brother or his sister or his auntie or his
Let me answer. If
yes or no?
I won't have a problem with that. If
no, okay. Your husband should knows.
Yes. Let me explain why. Right? I won't have a problem with that if I ask you and you give me an explanation. That explanation might be a lie, you. Do you understand? But if say something, that's respect. That's being courteous. Say something. If we're lying down on the same bed, if we're lying down on the same bed, right? And you get your phone rings and you get up to you get up and you say, babes, excuse me, I don't want to disturb your sleep. I don't want to disturb you. I need to take this call, or I need to discuss. You see, it's not a prison. I need to give you space too and trust the fact that. You're
every
not
night.
messing around.
He does it every night for 1 month.
What are you discussing every night for 1 month?
Chief Kalu. Good morning, Chief Kalu. You're live.
You can't accept it.
Morning. Doctor, good morning. Everybody, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Actually, I want to tell everybody in the house that don't collect tickets from any man. An outsider. That's in their family. 99% genuinely for now, people are not real. People use it spiritually. They will collect, they will give you a gift, they will target in your body. 100% of younger generation are giving gifts. Spiritually, either they go somewhere, they're planning to make so much money. When you collect the gift, you have collected a lot of your husband.
I didn't hear Mr. Chief Kalu.
Saying that people are targeting something else, and it's something I grew up with. I grew up hearing the idea that once a man gives you something, he will be expecting something else in return. It was a mindset that was used to keep us chaste and not collect anything from anybody. Because once you've already entered a transaction, if you have collected something, it means that there must be.
Should I sing this song?
What is the song?
Chewing gum, sweet, na lapoto maka. Na birthday Anthony. When they will say that if you take sweet or chewing gum from a guy, that is going to make you're going to be on Anthony's bed. I should not take any gift.
Somebody has a question for you.
That was the mindset we were brought up with. But I've grown in life to realize that these things don't necessarily have to follow anything. Like, it might not be, it's not about the body. People, like we did a training in my office, and after the training, people that attended the training, they paid for the training, gave me gifts that, they were really grateful. Their eyes have opened so much. They feel so courageous. I go for trainings. Most of my mentors, they are men in the real estate industry. I give them gifts. So if they now have insecure wives, they'll not be like, why is Temo always giving? But one of my mentors, as in, if he enters Nigeria today, Wangara, I will send guinea fowl and meat to him. immediately. I sent to her too. I'm like, so imagine his wife is now feeling there's something. I can never, ever have anything to, like, I'm very happy in my marriage, but this is a man that has helped me in real estate. It's impossible for him to enter this country and I will not give a gift. Yeah. So if you are now on that receiving end, what he's giving me is not relation, it's not a, it's not tangible. It's intangible. It's the advice, it's the counsel, it's the motivation and inspiration when I need it. So I'm actually getting something. There's transaction taking place, but it is not about my body.
Please, I have a question here from Moses Ade. He says, Yeni Kuti, let me help you refine that question. If their son said his wife is receiving late night calls, how would they feel? So let me refine the question according to Moses Ade. If it is your son that his wife is receiving midnight calls,
I want to ask her.
Everything starts and ends with a conversation.
Conversation.
And that's why we're here. We are conversing.
Yeah.
We have a conversation. Once you communicate and the conversation, and what you've discussed is that is somebody that we both agree on, it's fine. Okay. But you see, the bigger issue that we have failed to even talk about, because the reason why there's suspicion is the issue of fear of cheating. Husband is afraid that his wife might be cheating. Wife is afraid that husband might be cheating both ways. And the bigger question, because I was looking at the message that I got from, Mariam was sending a message about a missing German billionaire who was declared dead, is reportedly living with his mistress in Russia.
Oh.
6 years after his mysterious disappearance in Switzerland, a German billionaire, Karl Erevan, has been reportedly found living with his Russian mistress in Moscow. Now, the question is, when you feel
more comfortable,
when you're feeling inadequate or you feel that this marriage is no longer working, why are we not encouraging people to leave?
Exactly.
This man had to pretend or fake his death to
just
run
to
away,
escape.
just to escape. But
he didn't want to share the money.
Yeah,
he didn't want to share.
Well,
in our
situation, if the reason why you're scared is because there are issues in your marriage, maybe the wife and both of you don't trust each other. If I don't trust you, you don't trust me, why are we staying together? Why is society forcing us to just stick there? So you are afraid she's leaving, and she's leaving. But there's a possibility that some women are cheating. There's a possibility that some men are cheating. Why do they choose to cheat? Why don't they just dissolve the marriage? Why is it so difficult for us to just walk away?
And be happy.
In this side of the world, it is not an easy thing to do because there are everybody. Your marriage is not your marriage. Not yours. No, really, it's not your marriage. Your marriage is your parents' pride. My son is married. My daughter is married. Your marriage is community because your marriage benefits more than just you. Your marriage isn't. Maybe you're just. It's not just about you. There are children, parents, siblings, family members who felt like you have already... Church, everybody is taking pride in your marriage. Our members have had good marriages. This church rarely has divorce. So your marriage is not about you.
Online members. In-laws.
Online members, everybody is looking at you. So sometimes you are thinking about your marriage and wondering, how would those people that have been saying on Instagram that 20 years, look at what happened with AY. AY's marriage and the challenges they are facing, it's not about them. Instagram in-laws, family, everybody is commenting. They've turned them into
because of that,
people marriage.
Unhappy marriage.
People do. People struggle with how to deal with the aftermath of that breakup because it is so complex.
I don't think that this is a topic that can end in a year. What I just feel is, from the beginning, do you understand? If you cannot really endure, don't even bother. Many people are not married and they are happy. They are adopted children. They are doing so. If you really want to marry, know that marriage comes with a lot of challenges, yeah? But then, like she said, communication. One of the
Let
things
me pause you for a quick second. I want to pause you. I'll come back to you. Aliu has been holding for a while. Aliu, thanks for calling. You're live.
Yeah, good morning,
Good morning,
everybody.
Aliu. Yeah.
I'm Umar Aliu.
Port Harcourt, go ahead.
I'm a Muslim by religion, and I marry a Christian. Yes, it's funny, but it's true. It's great.
Okay.
I wedded her in the church. I still go to my Muslim. I do my Muslim prayers. She goes to church.
Okay.
Some Sundays too, she goes with the children to church. It's not my problem. They go to mosque too on Fridays if they are around. So, the issue people are discussing, since I got married to her, she's from Akwa Ibom, I'm from Kaduna State. Since I got married to her, before I knew her, 6 years even before we got married, I don't see any kids in her birthday. For me too, nobody gives me gifts.
Okay.
So even though you give me a gift, sometimes me, I don't take it to the house. Maybe I dash it out.
Okay.
Because we've been living like that. So those things are not issues. Issue of night calls. Yes. I receive night calls a lot sometimes. And she's not too happy about it. So the best thing for me is to stop it. So that peace should be there. And we'll be living over 20
Night calls
years
from
now.
women?
So,
20 years.
night call from women, yes.
Really?
I receive night calls.
Why are you taking night calls
Yes.
from women?
So I stop it. I have to be very honest.
What do you guys
It's
talk
a
about
life,
at night?
issue. Yes, night calls sometimes are people that work with me. I work offshore. I work on land. I'm a rig worker. So
Okay.
I receive calls from
Okay.
people. Yes, some of them are business associates, but she doesn't like it because she suspects this or that. So the best thing for me is to stop it.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that
Exactly.
Thank you very much, Ali.
I
you'll be
love
fine.
what he said, that if you are doing something and your spouse does not like,
Stop it.
you will stop it because you love your partner. But very few people are willing, and then so, except it is something like this is everything I'm doing. I'm having to stop my life because I want to keep this marriage
But there's
going.
something about excitement.
Can I ask you this question?
There's something about excitement. So you're married to somebody, and both of you are good people. I mean, I was watching a series yesterday, Midsummer something. Couple married 30 years, they're happy, and they've been happy. Their kids are grown, and the woman is in her 50s. I mean, she's in her 60s, and she asked her husband for a divorce. She's just done because there was no excitement. She felt that the world, like she wants to divorce because she was done with all the mommy, daddy, children, raising family.
So what
she
does she
wanted some
want?
excitement. She wanted to travel around the world. She
So
wanted to
can't they
fly,
travel
wanted
together?
No, I guess the man is not that kind of person, and he has grown up to be a man who likes to be a homely man. He wants to just be himself. But she wants to live. She wants to go bungee jumping. She wants to fly, swim in this ocean. She wants to do stuff. And he's been holding her for years. And she has accepted as a loyal wife, as a humble wife, as a submissive wife. She has stayed with her husband, though. They've now raised the children. She's like, okay, I've finished submission. I've raised children with you. I've done it. Now I want to live. Right is 60. There are lots of 60-year-olds. 60 is the new 40. She looks 40. She looks 35. So at this age, like, you know what? I'm done. I want to go live. So why is it difficult for us in Africa to allow these 60-year-old women who want to live? Why will you make it look as if you cannot, you have to stay to 80 and just be with this man that has somewhat caged you from your entire life?
Okay, so in this life, I believe that I came into this world as Amaka Orakwe. And when I'm going alone. I don't think that if tomorrow I get married and then it's time for me to go, that the man is going to jump inside the grave and say, we die together, or take poison and follow me. Do you understand? Romeo and Juliet. The reality is this, right? If you don't love yourself, if you're not happy with yourself, you can't give it to another person. And people need to realize that people keep evolving. That's why we're humans. What makes me happy today might not make me happy tomorrow. And that life comes with no guarantees whatsoever. And that you should be able to love yourself in such a way that you're able to find happiness over and over and over again, right? Because this life is once. There's no rehearsal. There's no do-over. So if at some point, you know, you get to that altar and you're saying for better, for worse, and everything, okay? And then somehow down the line, circumstances change, emotions change, things happen, and you feel that you've put in your best, and then you want to have a do-over. It's okay. We need to normalize people
Pastor,
actually
you can't say it's
living.
okay. You can't be saying
It's my life. It's my life, and God loves you well enough for me to live it.
We're not arguing about that.
Yeah.
We are arguing about receiving gifts. For my 60th birthday,
Move away from
moved
that,
away
from her
from
question.
sleep, but
I'm answering her question.
for my 60th birthday, they bought me a car. And imagine if that car had come from one governor, or would I have been able to go and declare it to my partner that I have a car, and there will be no questions asked?
On what basis would they give?
On what basis? Who are you that they want to give you car? You know, do you understand? So, yeah, I hear what you've just said about it's your life. But once you've decided to give that life,
Or share that life.
to another human being, there are certain things you can do that will respect that partner, that person that you have decided to share your life with. There's certain things I don't think you should do.
Right.
While
Let me take this call from Woke. Good morning, Woke. You're live.
Wow, Allah, good morning
This
to you
thing,
all. How are you doing this
You're live. Go ahead, please.
We need to be
Thank you very much. I really appreciate the topic.
Yeah.
Quickly, I feel like with my experience so far, the more we try as much as possible and to make sure we do unto others what we want to get back ourselves, that would be a good step in the way, whether you are in a marriage, a relationship, a datingship, or a situationship, any which way. So in that regard, if you are doing to your partner or whoever you're with what you want to get back in return, I feel like, karma is not a bitch when it comes to that situation. And when you try as much as possible to have that communication and that conversation that is positive, try as much as possible to learn one or two things positively moving forward on learning those negative activities and that bad energy moving forward as well. So when it comes to African mentality with marriages, divorce, and the rest like that, it's that with you projecting other people's relationship, marriages, and all other things that especially these motivational speakers will be telling you about their marriage and the rest like that. Don't compare yourself with anybody. Live your own life within your own capability and capacity with your spouse and your children. You don't have to learn from anyone. Learn from the Almighty. There are so many things that has been stated and slated clearly in the holy books regarding marriage, how to be successful in marriage. You don't need any other book. And if you're an atheist, try as much as possible to consider yourself, to consider your partner, and be the living example of what you expect back in return. So when you have a relationship or you are dating someone, and at the end of the day it's about, I want to look at your phone today, I want to look at your phone tomorrow, that means there is no trust. So why belong into that kind of situation in the first place?
Exactly. Thank you very much, Woke. I really appreciate this. Let me take this comment from Edo Ekpong for saying, a friend of mine says, any gift you cannot transparently declare to your spouse should not be accepted. In life, nothing goes for nothing. Accepting business-related gifts is different. So that's another comment.
Someone called the Coaching Nation sent me this message. Relationship and gifts. There are levels to gifts. May we not receive gifts that will scatter our emotions. Then it says the key is contentment. Once you are contented with what you have and where you are, nothing shakes you. However, run from temptation.
But I want us to also look at this from a different perspective in the sense of communication and delivery, right? Because you can say, okay, I communicated it to her, or I asked her, but how was your delivery, right? Most times, someone might not be doing something wrong, but how you come at them can make them become defensive, and then you become suspicious of that, because especially when you're dealing with a stubborn person. I'm a very stubborn person. So if you want to ask me questions or have the best of me, make me feel like that I have a say in my own life, even though I'm respecting you. If you come at me like you're trying to force me or order me, you won't get the best of me. You understand what I'm coming from?
Respect each other.
Yes, so we have to respect each other.
We have very little time left because there was one more, because I'm still going to ask you about your business and what you're working on in a few minutes. But there was that issue, marital issue, that I want us to address before we go. I know we're having comments on. Do you have tweets on this gift issue?
Plenty. They're
Let's
coming
take a few.
per second.
Let's take a few comments so that we can involve them in the conversation before I take my final. Do you have any?
Just Reason says, is marriage actually in the Bible? I'm just reading, on it says, Tokpa is making sense. In Africa, the whole society is connected to your marriage, whether you like it or accept it or not.
That was a light bulb, yeah. What else?
You want to say some? I can continue.
Continue, please.
New Dawn. Let's go home. Let's go home. This caller has finished every conversation.
Let me take Toyin. Good morning, Toyin. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Oh, my God.
Toyin.
My conclusion is...
Toyin, we can't hear you.
Marriage. Okay. When you're getting married, you should set your priorities straight. Midnight calls are not allowed. If you want to be in marriage, be in marriage. If you want to be outside marriage, be outside marriage. Don't do something that will just complicate your happiness and the life of your children. That is just how I say it.
Thank you very much, Tony.
Thank you, Tony. Just Reading says, companionship in marriage is the key, not ownership. Just respect each other and each other's independence. Oluwabukola says, you cannot give joy from an empty vessel. Be happy first.
Yeah.
Ganiya says, well, marriage is about compromise for me, and it's from both ends. But the connection and love built in earlier years determines how they will both spend the latter years, either together or apart. So,
someone said, like, Mariah, you've not shared your own story. Let me just share my own. I get gifts all the time. Like, because we're on TV, people send us stuff. And so I try to put a bridge. So they send it to my PA. I don't have anybody contacting me directly. So you send it, and she now comes to me and said, this person said, that person, thank them, or reply them on Instagram, or she even replies them for me sometimes, you know. So I try to put a demarcation. Now, you meet some people in certain places that say, Mariah, you do send me your account number, let me do something. Of course, I always share everything. My husband has to, because he will ask you, you know. But he doesn't, he's not really concerned.
Yeah.
He doesn't really care how much money enters your account. He doesn't ask you that kind of questions. But I usually volunteer the information. Oh, Lagbaja saw me yesterday. Ask my account and send me the you're lucky, you're blessed. That's it. So nobody's demanding of me to tell them.
Just because the relationship is good.
Out of respect for my husband, I just say, this is what happened. This is the person that gave me money. This is how much I got. And that's it. And I think we're there. So it's that communication. And both of you understanding.
And he has given you a thriving ground, a room to be
That was what I said.
yourself.
Yes.
Exactly.
He's been Diogu says, hide nothing from each other. Communication is key. And I agree totally there, because once you communicate, once there is lack of communication, there will be
Everything is
distrust.
breaking down.
Engineer Jibola Tijani, as usual, says, your topic this morning is awesome. The foundation of any relationship should be on trust, because trust brings no suspicion. Whatever you don't know will never hurt you. Some suspicions are even sinful according to the Hadith. Partners are equally enjoined to be open with their partners. Trust and mutual understanding is the key to successful relationships. I think both religions are saying the same thing. So really, in a nutshell, let's respect each other, and let's ensure that we set our boundaries when it comes to things like this. For those of us who are high flyers in our various businesses, bank EDs, these are people that will continually get gifts from all sorts of people. It's always good for you to declare and just sort of respect for your spouse. Either you be a man or a woman. Tell your spouse, Lagbaja gave me this. And there's some women that will be giving you, because they are domitutuing into the floor. Because they're trying to
they want to come
close to you.
Yes.
Also know, because we know, we are women, we know when a man is trying to get close, we know, we see the signs. So we can't pretend he's not with them, we don't see the signs. But we should always put our boundaries.
He's getting close. No, I'm not encouraging him now.
But you're collecting.
But you'll be collecting the gift. I'm not encouraging him. Why are you doing like this? Trust me now.
Our final caller from Jos. Let me take you. Bako, you're live. Welcome to our guest. Hello, Bako, you're live.
Morning.
Good morning.
Very interesting topic.
Morning.
Go ahead, Mr. Bako, you're live. Go ahead.
All right. Before I give my view, Mariah, I just want to ask if you are down with yesterday's issue of spraying. Are you okay with it?
I've accepted. Although I'm waiting for the courts to define spraying, but I've accepted. No more spraying.
I'm a first-time caller, actually.
Welcome to the show. First-time caller.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Thank you. The issue on now is the issue of gifts to our wives. You see, that is a very serious issue. And honestly, the Bible says, once you come together as husband and wife, you are one. So there should be trust. And by the time that your wife begin to receive gifts from others, you know, I'm not saying it is wrong. It is okay. But if this gift should continue from one person, that is where you begin to suspect. Like YK said, this man is going to give her for every month, he's going to send something for her. If I am her husband, I will ask, hi, let's go and greet this person.
that is when she opens up to you and tells you the truth. At times, some ladies hide from it, and that is where the fear is. If it continues to come from one person, that is where you suspect. So we should be very careful, like one of you said.
Yeah.
We should distance ourselves from such
Yes.
things.
Thank you very much,
Thank you
Bako. We have
so
to wrap up on this, but I really appreciate all the comments and the callers we've gotten so far on this topic. But really, in a nutshell, gifts is an inroad into your heart, into your mind, into your friendship, into relationships. So we need to guard that and guide our marriages the best we can. But coming back to our guests, because I know that you're...
Can I just read one message for Amaka?
Okay, go ahead.
It's from Oluwa Shanke. Yes, okay. This Amaka will make a good wife.
Hey!
She knows what she wants.
Hey!
Correct. You know now, I'm an Akwoyibo Beke.
So we're not looking for anybody, correct wife or a correct husband.
Yes.
All of Lagos will be in that wedding.
Of course
We're
now.
shutting down Lagos.
You know now.
For that wedding. Whoever it is.
No spraying.
No spraying. We'll send the money via mail.
Yes.
We'll count over.
We'll be spraying telepathically.
But this is Pastor Grace Ofosu. Let me just give you a few minutes to just tell us what you do, how you're empowering women, and since you're our guest co-host today, we'll give you a few minutes to talk to you. Aside from being a pastor, what else do you do, and how can we support your work?
Okay, thank you so much for having me again. I'm so glad to be here. I'm a wealth strategist. So in a nutshell, I just help people to create wealth, create, sustain, and transfer. Because I didn't meet wealth anyway as a human. So I created wealth around me. I've sustained it. Now I'm transferring. So one of the things that I have been able to do is to be able to find out how everybody can be more than what you are physically. And we're talking about women. Most of the problems in the marriages are actually finance. Because as a wealth coach, a lot of people talk to me. And I come to understand that everybody needs to be comfortable. The man needs to even need you as a help. You know, looking at the society we live in now, personal finance is very important. And personal finance is not taught in schools. And the reason why it's something that the whole system of this world was created by humans. And they had to create your syllabus, everything, just to put you and confide you to be comfortable in their own decision. But the truth is, you could actually live beyond yourself. And finance is so important. It's not something we shouldn't talk about. And as women, over the years, I've been able to help a lot of people to understand that the concept of money and currency is two different things.
You made millionaires.
Yeah.
You've made lots of women.
I've made a lot of, even now we are clocking the billions for women just to discover themselves and see that they are valuable and help themselves come out from that shell and add value to the society. Because women are very important in society. And this last year we started, thank you so much for coming to speak with the women. We started what we call the limitless woman. A woman that is not constrained by society, by the anything, just being able to be limitless in every level, finance, marriage, career. You could actually be 360. You know, one of my coaches told me something like, you can be everything that you want to be. What is important is, how do you want to be known when you are 70 years? So you must look at your life today and tell yourself the truth and get whatever help you need so that by 70, you'll be excited that you lived a fulfilled life. So we have this conference every year. We're going to be having this particular Saturday. We have speakers from tech, oil and gas. But the main reason is for women to hear that people did it. They were able to do it. You know, she was not a real estate person. She heard that women can be successful in real estate.
She went to look for you.
She went to look for me.
Yes.
And she's excited that she did.
Yeah.
And now I'm so proud of the big things she's doing.
Yeah.
So you need people. You need help. Don't just keep sending messages. Come out. Go to conferences and get something from people that have done something. Always ask, how did you do it? A lot of people ask me, how did you leave Okrika and become this relevant in society, both local and international? Success is a game, and it is something that can be learned. There is nobody, even if you have all the money, doesn't mean you end successful. So for me, I like the fact that I'm able to teach finance because nobody gave me finance. So if I'm able to move from that place to this place, there must be something that I know. And so that's what I'm teaching the woman. Strength to profit. Many women know how to talk and gossip. Do you know how much you can make from talking?
From the talking, you are talking.
Free talk. So there's so much. Nobody came to this world powerless or without value. You just need to learn how to package the value and put a price tag. You try to now. Do you know what I've started doing? Because I am able to give you growth strategy. I've been doing it for years. I can come into this space and tell you how it can become times 10, x 10. All I see is times things by 10. Grow. Like I said, grow, do you know? But now you try and pick my brain. I give you the invoice.
You will receive the invoice.
You receive the invoice. But the truth is, you're just giving me 10% of 100%, so it's not a big deal.
I mean, I think that one of the reasons why I was drawn to you was because Tope did tell us very clearly on this show that when she was finding herself in the real estate, she went online to find who are the players in this industry, and then she came up with your name. And she went online to find you and sent you a message. You invited her over, and since then you've been one of our coaches. And she has always talked about because I know Tope. I don't know any other person, but it's Tope I know. I know her journey. I know her process. I know the steps she was taking. I know the movement she was making, who she was talking to. She was telling us, and I saw the result. So because I see the result, I know that you're legit, and that's why I'm really encouraging you, and I'm hoping that Saturday is a success, and more people can learn from you.
We're going to be there.
You're going to be there too?
Yes, I'm going to be there.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be there. I have to be in Ibadan. But I mean, I know that you've been impacting a lot of young people.
Yeah, you were there last year.
I was there last year. It was fantastic.
It's still very...
Yeah, and I'm really
a lot of things that people have done. So one of the sets... people that came last year. It's just one. I didn't think I was going to do it again. You know, I'm very busy. So I'm trying to run away from so many things. But this is divine, ordained. I was asked by the Spirit of God to do it again. Because Limitless Woman, for me, is more than a conference. It's an experience. And you will definitely leave the place knowing exactly what you're supposed to do. You realign yourself. Right. You'll be motivated. You'll be inspired. She has given us some time of coaching. I hear that she gave us, so some of the people will send them to different coaches, different mentors to just advise them and keep them moving. Let me tell you something. The women are on now, and just find yourself and plug yourself somewhere. Okay. The word is transferring to
oh, well, it was in Limitless Women that we met Sophia. That was where I met Sophia and brought her in. One of the things I love about conferences is that you will meet, the network. You will meet people that you probably, maybe your circle, she's an island person, I'm mainland, we wouldn't have met, but we've done a lot of business together. She's made clothes for us.
Yeah, she made my clothes for Dubai.
Yes, and it was at that conference last year. Yes, it was Sophia, and we met her at your events. Yeah. Events always provide a platform to connect and meet people, meet new friends. So
wishing you the best on Saturday. Good luck.
Yes, Limitless Women on social media.
So we are inviting you.
Unfortunately, I'll come with the next one. I already have something.
Harry. Are you going to Paris? All right, that is all we can take on today's show. Hope you learned a few things as we have. Disclose your gifts to your spouses. Don't do anything hide. Don't hide. Sorry? Okay, what did you say?
I say
if you like don't, you will know how far.
Have a fabulous day.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
That's not violent.